guys, WWE fan Talkshow here. Today I'm introducing you guys to a new weekly series I will be doing. Currently I will be getting rid of the Move of the Week series just so I can move this series in. So the series will be called Top 5. So basically Top 5 will be a different championship every week, and I will give my top 5 favorite championship matches that this championship was basically in, or the match was for this championship. So this week's championship will be the 2014 Network Logo WWE Championship. So this will be the first championship, and I will be giving my top 5 favorite matches that it was in. So basically, currently the Move of the Week series, the weekly series, will be ending for now. I've just done a lot of moves already, and I figured that this would be more interesting. And the Move of the Week videos are kind of short anyway, since it's just a Move of the Week. And I did start doing more than one Move of the Week, so that kind of defeated the purpose of the video. So now I will be doing a top 5 championship matches, and it'll be a weekly series. So let's do this. Enjoy. Alrighty, so starting off with the first match. My favorite match. Alright, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off with some honorable mentions. We're not going to start with the first match. I don't know what I was thinking. We'll go with honorable mentions, and then we'll go my 5th favorite all the way to my first. So starting off with some honorable mentions. I did have to go and do my research on this championship because there has been so many different champions and championship matches that this championship has been in, whether it's AJ Styles title reign, Seth Rollins title reign, Roman, Dean, and Bray Wyatt, and John Cena, and everybody and so on, that this championship has been involved in. So I had to really figure out which one was my favorite and which ones were going to make my top 5 list. And this was very difficult. It's not 100% on the quality of the match, more so on the hype and what was the most memorable in my opinion. So starting off with some honorable mentions, we have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31. Now I really did enjoy this match. I believe it's because it's the first time we saw Brock versus Roman, and it was one of the best matches that involved both of them together, in my opinion. And I just really enjoyed it, and what highlighted that match for me was when Seth Rollins came out, cashing in his Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 31, and being the first ever superstar to cash in the Money in the Bank in the main event of WrestleMania, and being successful in winning the WWE Championship. So that was just very awesome. I absolutely just loved the battle between Roman and Brock. It was amazing, and it did get a little repetitive as they fought like 5 or 6 more times after that. But this match in particular is my favorite out of the whole Brock versus Roman series. So that is one of my honorable mentions of the of this championship. Next up, we have AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of this match as for them actually fighting each other. It was just amazing. This match took place in the UK, I believe. And I woke up and I figured out that it was going to be AJ Styles randomly versus Jinder Mahal for the title. And I was like, okay, well, this could be the end of Jinder Mahal's horrible title reign. Sorry if I offend you if you like Jinder Mahal. I'm just not the biggest fan, and I did not like him as WWE champion. It was kind of cool to see that, but for as long as it lasted, it lasted way too long. Anyways, AJ Styles comes in, and it was just awesome figuring out that AJ Styles was going to fight Jinder Mahal, and that there was a possibility Jinder was going to lose his championship. And when it finally came around, of course it didn't air live because it was in the UK. So I figured out that night, AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal. I actually sneaked some footage because it was posted on YouTube, and I figured out that AJ Styles was going to win the WWE Championship. Sure enough, watched it that night. AJ Styles, phenomenal form, 1, 2, 3. Beats Jinder Mahal for the title. It was just the most amazing thing ever. I was just so excited to see AJ as champion again, this time as a face. It was so cool, and that's why it's on my honorable mentions list. Next up, we have the Elimination Chamber. I'm talking about the 2019 Elimination Chamber. Let's see if I can remember everybody in the match. We got Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and the last person we had was Jeff Hardy in that match. So you have the members in the Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship. The 2019 Elimination Chamber included the WWE Champion, the current WWE Champion at the time, Daniel Bryan. We had Kofi Kingston. It was supposed to be Ali, but Kofi Kingston replaced him. Then we had Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, and then we had Samoa Joe. I thought this was a pretty good match. I felt like some of the guys were eliminated pretty quickly, but that led into the whole Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan situation at the very end, which I was not expecting, but it was very entertaining and just just the hype of Kofi like almost winning the WWE Championship at Elimination Chamber was awesome. I really never thought like Kofi would get to that point. In this point of his career, I thought it was just kind of too late for him to win the title. So when I saw Daniel Bryan and Kofi as the last two guys, I really thought it was possible, and then it ended up happening at WrestleMania. But those are my honorable mentions. Again, we have Brock versus Roman, AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal, and the 2019 Elimination Chamber. Let's get to my actual top 5. Starting at number 5, we have a SummerSlam match between AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. I absolutely loved this match, and yes, it ended in a disqualification because I think AJ Styles used a chair or something like that, but the whole build-up of the match, with the whole "oh Wendy," that type of thing with Samoa Joe, kind of cringy, but whatever. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. I love the match. It was everything I wanted it to be. And then we got it like 2-3 more times after that. But to me, this particular AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe match was the best one out of the whole series. I absolutely loved it. AJ retained his title but got disqualified. And AJ Styles was also wearing that pretty freaking awesome purple gear. I don't think he ever wore that again, but it was very cool. And yeah, he retained his title, and it's one of the best matches in my opinion, except for the ending. So yeah, that's number 5. Moving on to number 4, we have Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania this year. This match was pretty cool. I don't think it was that great of a match. It was more about the hype of Kofi winning the WWE Championship. Some people thought he was going to win it, and other people thought it was impossible. And in the end, he did pin Daniel Bryan 1, 2, 3, and we got this version of the championship back. Originally, it was for the hemp version, but the only reason why this match qualifies is because at the end, Kofi, the New Day, revealed this championship again, and I was so happy to see it again because I was really getting sick of the hemp title. But yeah, we got this championship back. Kofi Kingston won it. Dream come true. Very cool match, and probably one of the best matches at WrestleMania. Maybe not the quality, just more of the hype of Kofi Kingston becoming WWE Champion. By the way, leave it in the comments down below. Who do you think is going to be the one to defeat Kofi Kingston? Moving on to number 3, we have AJ Styles versus John Cena at the Royal Rumble. I believe this was the 2017 Royal Rumble. This is where John Cena picked up his 16th WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And I think that it goes both ways. I think the match was phenomenal, and I think the build-up to Cena winning his 16th World Heavyweight Championship was just phenomenal. The match was great, and Cena winning the title was great. It was just a great way to end AJ Styles' first WWE Championship reign. Cena was the perfect person to do it. I know that he fought Ambrose. He feuded with Ambrose and Cena for a while in 2016, and then this led into Cena winning his championship, and then this led into the Elimination Chamber and all that good stuff. But I absolutely loved Cena winning the 16th championship, and that is why this is on number 3. And at the number 2 spot, we have a surprising match. Now, nobody get mad. I know a lot of you are going to be like, why would you choose that match, Tanner? Here's why. First of all, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles on an episode of SmackDown Live in November, I believe. That is my number 2 favorite match for this championship. And the reason why is because I never in my mind thought that Daniel Bryan would win the WWE Heavyweight Championship again after he retired after his, I think it was a neck injury or something like that. I just never thought it was ever going to happen. And that past WrestleMania, we saw him come back out of injury, and he was cleared, and he tag teamed with Shane and then defeated Kevin and Sami. And then I really didn't think that Daniel was going to be a full-time wrestler again. And then we got that whole feud with The Miz and Daniel Bryan, and then I think it was that Super Showdown or something like that where Daniel Bryan won the number 1 contendership against The Miz, which was a horrible match, FYI. It just ended like instantly. And then we got this match right here, AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan. Now I think it started with AJ. I think Daniel Bryan lost his number 1 contendership match, and then they just, I don't know, they started trash talking each other or something like that. That led into a rematch where Daniel Bryan surprisingly cheated by kicking AJ in the nuts and then hitting him with the high-flying knee, 1, 2, 3. I was like, no way, this can't be possible. There's no way this is happening. There were so many times in that match where I was like, okay, AJ's winning. This is just another title defense for AJ Styles pretty much. I never thought that Daniel Bryan was going to win that title. And I was a little disappointed when he turned heel. I do like Daniel Bryan as heel. but I would love to see him as a babyface holding the title again, because we got such a short title reign after WrestleMania 30 that it was kind of disappointing, because we only got like one title defense against Kane, I think, and then he dropped the championships. And then he won this title again, which was awesome, but he was a heel, and then all that happened. But I loved seeing this match. I thought it was a really good match. Very technical match with wrestling. Of course, every Daniel Bryan match is going to have some sort of technical wrestling, which is very good. But that's why this is at the number 2 spot. And at the number 1 spot, can we get a drum roll, please? And at the number 1 spot, we have Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at the 2016 Money in the Bank match. This is my all-time favorite WWE championship match for this particular championship. I just love this match. Seeing Seth Rollins return at Extreme Rules, and the whole crowd just went insane. He hit the pedigree, redesign, rebuild, reclaim with that sick gear. That's the gray gear he was wearing at the time that was just sick. Seeing Seth back, he was bigger, he had more muscle on him, and he was better. He didn't have the blonde streak anymore. And just seeing him fight Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank for the title was just awesome, because I think that's what it was leading to before he hurt his knee, I think in 2015, and then he had to drop the championship. I think it was going to lead to Roman beating him for the title, but then we ended up getting Ambrose versus Reigns for the title, where Roman would win the title 3 more times. He would win it at Survivor Series, he would win it at an episode of Monday Night Raw, and then he would win it at WrestleMania, I think 32. And then that same year, 2016, we would get Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, where Seth Rollins beat Reigns clean. It started with Reigns going for a spear. Rollins catches him in the pedigree. Reigns kicks out, picks him up again. Second pedigree, 1, 2, 3. The crowd went insane. I went insane. I wanted Reigns to kind of retain because, I love Roman Reigns, but then again, I also wanted to see Seth hold that championship again, and it was cool to see that again. That was the last time he ever held the WWE Championship. Eventually, he would win the Universal title down the line, but it's been a while, before he beat Brock at Mania, that he had held a heavyweight championship. Then Ambrose would proceed to cash in, and then that's where we would get all 3 Shield members holding the title in one night. Again, that is one of the reasons, just seeing that happen, and I think this match was very cool. I think Reigns was dominating most of the match, and it was just cool to see Reigns dominate the majority of the match, but in the end, seeing Seth recapture the championship as a heel. That was cool, just beating Reigns clean, 1, 2, 3. That is my top 5. Again, honorable mentions: Brock vs. Roman, AJ Styles vs. Jinder Mahal, Elimination Chamber 2019. Then the top 5, we have AJ Styles vs. Samoa Joe. Then we had Kofi Kingston vs. Daniel Bryan. Then AJ Styles vs. John Cena. And then at number 2, we had Daniel Bryan vs. AJ Styles. And then we had Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins in the number 1 spot. And I just realized this. AJ Styles is in my honorable mentions twice, because he was in the Jinder Mahal match and he was in the Elimination Chamber. And then in the top 5, he was against Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan, and John Cena. So it goes to show you how great of a wrestler AJ Styles is. I didn't even notice how many times I put him in this, so that's just a coincidence. I didn't even mean to do that. But very cool. That is my top 5. Leave your top 5 favorite matches in the comments down below that included this version of the WWE Championship. These are my top 5. Tell me what you think about this series. The next championship, I don't know. You guys get to choose. Leave it in the comments down below. Which championship do you want to see next? Top 5, whether it's one of the older belts or one of the newer belts or whatever. Leave it in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. WWE Fan Talk Show.